Okay, so we have multiple breaking news coming out. We're gonna start with this one first. And look at that. Man, evacuation underway in North Carolina ahead of Hurricane Erin. Wow. Okay, so people are leaving early. They know what time it is. North Carolina has been through a lot. They know about hurricanes. And so, wow. So, this information, this mandatory evacuation was announced on Sunday, August the 17th. We went live. We actually talked about this. Look at this picture. And this is just the beginning. All right. So, let me just read this part really quick. Please share the video. Evacuations underway. This image from the North Carolina Department of Transportation shows lines of vehicles waiting to evacuate the Ocracoke Island earlier this morning ahead of likely life-threatening impact from Hurricane Erin. Now I want to take you really quick to the National Hurricane Center. There is a new storm, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. There's another one. Wow. Okay, so they are following Erin. Same path. Erin is a category, it seems like it's a category 2 or 3. And is moving 8 miles per hour. So that thing is moving really slow. Ooh. Yeah, North Carolina. You guys need to get out. Wow. You see how it's still moving towards like central. I mentioned that it's going to be like right here, central North Carolina. So this area here, again, the Outer Banks, I mean, that's going to be big. Wow, this is not looking good. So Thursday, they're saying Thursday, that's when things are going to hit the fan out there in North Carolina. All right, so we're going to get to all this news, guys. Let me show you some of this stuff. Again, please share the video. Scientists baffled as mysterious interstellar object produces its own light. Its own light. Defying comet theory. So look at this picture here. Scientists are saying that it has its own light. All right, so they're going really crazy with this one here. So we're going to get to all this news, guys. Let me show you some of this stuff here. Breaking. US has sent 2 warships towards Mexico, along with a nuclear submarine, a P-8 Poseidon, 4,000 soldiers. I mean, guys, we're about to see WWE out there right in front of, in our backyard. So, breaking news. The U.S. Commander-in-Chief deploys warships off Venezuela to hit the... No. This here is updated. It didn't say Venezuela. It just said, like, Latin America. So, we about to go to war with Venezuela? Oh, man. This is not looking good. Wow, we about to see something in South America and also Central America. So this is this is the real deal. So again, guys, we're gonna get to all this news. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19 number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And this is big. So 3 US Navy, 3 I heard it was 2. So now it's 3 US Navy guided missile destroyer, USS Gravely, USS Jason, and USS Samson will arrive off Venezuela coast within 36 hours. Wow. as part of Donald push to combat Latin American cartels. Wow. In 36 hours. I can see Nicholas sending a message right now. About 4,000 sailors and Marines troops are set to operate in the region alongside several P-8 surveillance planes and at least one attack nuclear submarine. The mission aims to track and disrupt cartel activity with naval assist capable of surveillance and even targeted strikes if ordered. This is some serious stuff here. Give me a second, guys. We're gonna get to all this news here, but I want to continue reading more of this one here. Wow. So recent report indicate that the Donald administration has deployed Warship 3 to the Southern Caribbean Sea as part of an effort to combat the gangs posed by Latin American gangs, according to Reuters. Now, this move follows the administration designation of the, I'm going to skip the gang's name, and the Venezuelan gang group trained the, you know what, as Global T organization in February. Wow. The deployed assist reportedly include 3 guided missile destroyers and are expected to arrive off the coast of Venezuela within 36 hours. Additionally, around 4,000 sailors and Marines, along with several P-8 Poseidon surveillance aircraft and at least 1 strike submarines, are part of this deployment. Man, this operation, amidst a broader crackdown on the drug operation with the US Commander-in-Chief administration having previously deployed at least two warships to aid in border security and the gang's efforts. Follow me with the code words here. The designated gangs organization are the focus of this deployment, with several assets capable of surveillance and potentially targeting strike if deemed necessary. Once again, the Venezuelan Gov, led by Nicholas, has accused the sleeping giant of making outlandish warnings and stated its intention to defend its territory. Notably, the sleeping giant Department of State has also increased the bounty of Nicholas Cuff for the drug operation charges to $50 million. All right, so that's one of the news there. That's, man. All right, let's go with this one here. Donald just put out this message here, this picture, not too long ago. And he got the hat. It says 4 more years. So Donald turned historic peace talk into merch pop-up. Nothing says international diplomacy like showing world leaders your 4 more years collection. All right, so I just wanted to bring that up. Let's go with the next one. Guys, earlier today, ooh, that was huge. A massive explosion has occurred on a cargo ship near the Key Bridge in Baltimore Harbor. Man, Baltimore? So at this time, numerous emergency crews are responding to a cargo ship fire in the Baltimore Harbor, Chesapeake Bay, according to Maryland officials. The Baltimore City Fire Department reported that the ship caught fire in the Patapsco River near the site of the Key Bridge collapse. While initial reports describe it as an explosion, officials clarified that the incident involved an underdeck fire that sent smoke billowing into the air. The fire has since been contained and the vessel is being removed from the channel. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. All right. Now we're gonna go with this news here, guys. Let's see what's happening in North Carolina, and then we're gonna go with, after this one, we're gonna go with the Interstellar, the light Interstellar. Again, it says it has it has its own light. All right, so tropical storm and storm surge watches have been issued for portion of North Carolina's Outer Banks. Are extremely dangerous. Hurricane Erin continues to barrel across the Atlantic as a major Category 4 hurricane. Is downgraded to a Category 3 now. While the powerful center of Erin is expected to remain hundreds of miles offshore, the outer bands of the massive storm could lash the North Carolina coastline with tropical storm force winds as it passes by later this week, prompting the watch from Barefoot Inlet to Duck, North Carolina, including Pamlico Sound. You may want to leave that area. You see all that yellow area? You need to leave ASAP. A storm surge watch is also in place for Cape Lookout to Duck, North Carolina, as the combination of a dangerous storm surge of 2 to 4 feet and a tide will cause normally dry areas near the coast to be flooded by rising waters moving inland from the shoreline. And just looking at this picture, yeah, people's not playing this year. Everybody's getting ready. They leaving. Hey, same thing, Florida. Same thing. Even though the storm is not coming, we need to get our gas canister filled up. Okay, because last year, Lewis had to wait 45 minutes in line. And boy, oh boy, that was a headache. So, man, a minor storm surge of 1 to 3 feet is possible along the southern North Carolina coast to the South Santee River in South Carolina, and from Duck, North Carolina north into the tidewater areas of Virginia. Local officials in North Carolina declare local state of emergency and issue mandatory evacuation for some communities due to life-threatening impacts from the monster storm. Now it says here, Hurricane Erin's outer rain bands had begun lashing the southeastern Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Island, where tropical storm warnings remain in effect. A tropical storm watch was issued for the central Bahamas on Monday morning. And while the monster storm will likely stay to the east of the U.S., officials are warning of life-threatening surf and rip currents at beaches up and down the East Coast, from Florida in the southeast through the mid-Atlantic, northeast, and New England this week. A spokesperson for Whitesville Beach, North Carolina, told Fox Weather their rescue crews have made nearly 60 water rescues so far on Monday. Due to strong rip currents, the town has now told all beachgoers to stay out of the water from Tuesday through Friday as Erin gets even closer. These swells are producing powerful rip currents that can create extremely hazardous swimming conditions, said Sam, director of Whitesville Beach Ocean Rescue. The safety of our beachgoers is always our top priority, and we urge everyone to follow this advisory. All right, so please make sure you download the app, the National Hurricane Center, or you could download the weather app. They do have the NOAA app, so it's very important to please prepare yourself spiritually, physically, and mentally. On Sunday, officials in Dare County, North Carolina, declared a state of emergency and issued a mandatory evacuation for Hatteras Island, including unincorporated villages of Wardonth, Waves, Salvo, Avon, Buxton, Frisco, and Hatteras. Now is the time to secure property, finalize plans, and evacuate with belongings, officials said in a Facebook post. Please follow instructions from officials and property managers. A similar situation unfolded in nearby Hyde County, where the Board of Commissioners enacted a state of emergency for Ocracoke Island due to anticipated flooding impact from Hurricane Erin. In addition, a mandatory evacuation order was issued for visitors that started at 8 p.m. Sunday and for residents starting at 6 a.m. Tuesday. While Hurricane Erin is expected to stay well off our coast, the system will continue to increase in size and in forecast to bring life-threatening impact to the Ocracoke coastline and render Highway 12 impossible, officials said in a statement. It says here, to help with evacuation, the North Carolina ferry system said ferries to Hatteras, Setter Island, and Swan Quarter will be running their full schedule until the evacuation process is complete to help keep people safe. Please know that at this point, we expect that there will be times in next week that NC 12 on the north end of Ocracoke will become impossible due to the significant ocean overwash, officials said. In a worst case scenario, the highway could be closed for several days. Please heed the evacuation orders and keep you and your family safe. That's a very important breaking news there, guys. There is a lot more information in this article. Everything else is talking about like the Caribbeans, they got hit, and yeah. So the rest I'm just gonna leave in my description box. So please be safe, and I will keep you guys updated. In this channel here, we're gonna be talking a lot about the hurricanes. Okay, let's see what's going on with the UFO stuff. Okay, so you guys know I don't believe in UFO. Alright? The only alien out there is us Christians. We are alien, okay? We are foreigners to this world. Our citizenship is heaven. So we are the aliens. Alright. But again, when it comes to like UFO and all that, you know, looking weird, big eyeballs and stuff like that, again, I don't believe in that. That's all man stuff. It's a graven image. All right, that's basically all man stuff. I don't believe in that. Now, I do believe that there are demons out there. I do believe that fallen angels and stuff like that. But when it comes to other stuff like UFO, that's a whole different ball game. I stay far away. Christians should not be getting involved in that. The mysterious interstellar object hurtling through our solar system has just given scientists more evidence that it may be a craft from another part of the galaxy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so according to Harvard astrophysicist Loeb, once again, the object dubbed 3I Atlas seems to be generating its own light, similar to a vehicle turning on its headlights, but its source is currently a mystery. The shocking revelation came from a picture an astronomer took of Atlas using the Hubble telescope on July 21st. So it has, I wouldn't say headlights. I guess it has high beams. It's heading towards us, but it's not gonna hit us. It's gonna be, I think, 300 million miles away from us, if I'm not mistaken. I think 300 million miles, something like that. I could be wrong in the numbers. So the light from Atlas in Hubble's photo appear as a glowing area focused on the side of the object facing the sun. It's not a beam or laser shooting out like a spotlight, nor was it a uniform glowing covering the entire surface. Until now, the prevailing theory has been that the fast moving object is a giant comet, approximately 12 miles long, which will make its closest pass to Earth on December 17. I thought they told us November. Alright, so in a new report, Loeb said this glow might be caused by dust coming off the object's surface as it is heated by the sun. It says here, however, the glow's brightness decreases sharply with distance, which doesn't match how typically comets behave when they reflect sunlight. According to Loeb, this has added yet another potential clue that Atlas might be artificial, containing a powerful source of energy that's capable of generating light we see from millions of miles away. I don't know, guys. I get a lot of mails, and a lot of people send like UFO stuff. And look, I really appreciate the mail, but again, I know a lot of people is trying to convince me like to believe in these stuff. I don't believe in aliens, guys. I'm sorry. I don't believe in these UFO stuff. I just don't. It says here, whoops, Atlas could be a spacecraft powered by nuclear energy, and the dust emitted from its frontal surface might be from dirt that accumulated on its surface during its interstellar travel, Loeb wrote in a statement. This cannot be ruled out, but requires better evidence to be viable, he added. Loeb, you watching too much of the Jetson. You need to let that cartoon go. Normally, comets glow because of the dust and gas around them reflecting sunlight, and this light usually spread out more eventually and doesn't dim as quickly as you move away from the comet's core. Scientists expected the brightness of Atlas to follow a similar pattern, but instead it drops off sharply, suggesting the light might be coming from something else entirely. The discovery was similar to standing near a bright flashlight. The light is intense up close, but as you walk away, it fades fast. Loeb and his colleague Eric Kettle suggested that if Atlas is producing its own light, the supposed comet could be much smaller than 12 miles, scientists initially thought. If it's creating its light, Loeb estimated that Atlas could be as small as 300 feet long, with the object brightness fooling our telescope until it gets closer to Earth. Now, this would put Atlas in a similar size category to Oumuamua, the first interstellar object recorded passing through the solar system in 2017. These scientists are really excited about this space rock. Just like Atlas, Loeb has remained convinced that Oumuamua was an artificially created spacecraft sent to probe our solar system. I'm sorry, guys. It just is hard for me to believe this. And I'm not, pushing this agenda stuff. I'm just, again, bringing you guys the updates of this strange object. Now, I do believe stars that fall from the heavens, the Bible says that is basically fallen angels. At the time, the scientists noted that Oumuamua displayed the strange ability to speed up without the influence of gravity as it traveled through space. With Atlas, scientists have already noted strange patterns emerging months before the object make its closest approach to Earth in December. In July, Loeb and his team found that Atlas was on an extremely unusual course that would take it close to 3 different planets: Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. Now, once again, you have these experts and UFO researcher explain that the object's course was so rare that the chance of natural space rock randomly flying along such a path was less than 0.005%. Astronomers have also found that Atlas does not appear to have a coma, the cloud of gas and dust that typically surrounds comets. Loeb previously said this suggested the giant object could not be a comet, which should have a smaller core and be part of a larger population of interstellar objects. Loeb explored several other ideas to explain this light. One possibility is that the object is evaporating icy particles as it gets closer to the sun, which could explain the glow and lack of a tail. However, other natural explanations like a piece of a star explosion or an object heated by rubbing against space material seem unlikely because they don't fit the data researchers have gathered so far. A black hole or radioactive material wouldn't produce enough light for telescope to see. Now, there's also not enough material in space to cause friction heating. Scientists hope to get better images when Atlas passes close to Mars on October 3rd. These new images could help figure out whether Atlas is a natural space rock or excuse me, or something more unusual like a piece of alien technology, or just a space rock. Wow. Okay, so the space rock has headlights. I'm kidding, guys, but it is showing some kind of light. All right, so leave comments down below. What are your thoughts, guys? So we have this news that is coming out. Stunning northern lights could be visible in 15 states tonight. And even New York could get lucky. We're talking about the northern light. Give me a second here, guys. I'm trying to see if there's any more information here. So far, it seems like there's gonna be all of it for tonight. It's 12:54 a.m. and I'm trying to see what is the updates on the hurricane. Give me a second here. The last update was 11 p.m. So I'm just gonna wait another 6 minutes and see where we at. I think the next update is at, I think it's 2, if I'm not mistaken. Alright guys, it seems like this is all of it here. I'm not seeing much. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. But yeah, other than that, guys, this is all the information here. There's been a lot of news that's been coming out when it comes to world leaders and Russia, Ukraine, and so many others. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else here. Alright, let me take you back to the National Hurricane Center really quick. Jeez. Yeah, so it's still 125 miles per hour. Which is, I think, a category 2 or a category 3. I think it's a category 3. But I'm just going to end it here, guys. I'm not saying anything else. But I want to thank every single one of you for your support. Either through Patreon or PayPal, the Cash App. Thank you so much. Your support truly, truly helps out. I'm trying to see if there's any more here. Which, yeah, there's nothing else, guys. Yep, there's nothing else. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your support. I see you guys in the next few hours. Yeah, have a good night, and be safe out there. For those of you that want to send us letters to prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.